Star Talk 嘉賓英國唱作歌手 MIKA 係個出名古靈精怪嘅人。嗱，呢一點喺訪問前已經睇到啦。當佢見我為方便剪接而拍手，佢都玩埋一份啊！
今日 Star Talk，今日 Star Talk 有朋自遠方來，我哋歡迎嚟自英國嘅歌手 MIKA。Hi MIKA.
Hi. It's been a long time since I've done an interview on TVB.
Oh really?
It's been a few years. Yeah. Last time was with Jason Chan.
You're a very old friend.
My
right?
very old friend. I've known Jason Chan since I was a kid.
And he's going to get married.
Yeah, he's gonna get married.
So first of all, I'd like to say hello or anything to your Hong Kong fans.
Firstly, it's been a year since I've been on the stage in Hong Kong, so I'm so happy to be back. And it's kind of, there's been so much going on in those past few years, and it was just good to have. I've had 2 days off, and I've just been walking around Hong Kong. There's a huge problem with Hong Kong, and that is that the restaurants are way too good. And so you just spend your time eating all the time. So I've been just eating.
You like Chinese food?
Yeah, it's so good. Hong Kong food is the best.
Like what?
Just everything, from the dim sum to the barbecue pork to, to everything, to the octopus that you get, the street food of octopus that you get on the sticks. With I like to eat. But also, I like going to some of the areas like on the Kowloon side, like all the electronic area and stuff like that. It's just so busy, and it's just good to see life.
MIKA 唔單止中意觀察地道生活，佢仲有另一個嗜好就係收集氣味啊！
You do like collecting smells, right? And
Yeah.
you do have like a kind of library of
You
smells.
make it sound so weird. Like some kind of like.
What is the reason of collecting smells?
Oh well, it started off as collecting things that smelt, and then it started when it sounds so strange. I'm really not strange. I'm very normal. But then now, for example, in my house that I have in America, there's a room called the workshop, and it's literally like a perfume workshop. And you go in there, and there's like 180 to 200 smells and different oils and scents in this room that's dedicated to smell. I don't know why. I think smell is a bit like, perfume in general is a bit like, it's like music. You don't remember what it is, even if you don't know what it's made of, you remember how you felt when you first experienced it. And music is exactly the same. And it's like time travel. You remember something from your childhood when you're like, 30, 40 years old, and someone walks by and you just say, oh my God, I never knew that I remembered that, but it's so powerful. Music's the same. A song comes on, you just say, oh, I remember that awful day.
So how do you like collect it or store?
Well, now I have a lot of like scents and stuff like that, but like, I don't know, really, what's the guy from Silence of the Lambs? Hannibal Lecter.
Oh yeah.
When we talk about smells and how I collect them, it sounds like I'm a little bit of a Hannibal Lecter. This is really a completely normal thing, I promise.
If you like, you can bring one kind of smells from Hong Kong back to your home, your library.
So wait, a better way to say is like, how would you round up the smells of Hong Kong? Well, I love street food. And I just love, and even those stands that you have in shop fronts that sell food, and those smells that they pour into the room, to the street. I think it's spices. I think you've got that kind of, turmeric and 5 spice, and the smell of the sea, the smell of the water, the humidity, the smell of cars. All that doesn't sound very nice, but actually it's really nice.
MIKA 出道接近10年，有咩未見過啊？如果要揀幾個人生焦點時刻，佢又會揀咩呢？
So can we do a little bit of like look back here?
Yeah, sure.
Actually, I got these 3 cars.
How do you say that?
最搞笑，
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 最搞笑，最搞笑，
笑。
Funniest.
Yeah.
The funniest is probably me trying to speak Cantonese.
No.
Funniest part of my career.
Is it?
Oh, I'll tell you something. The first time I ever came to Hong Kong, someone from my record company who I really like, but she's kind of extreme. She decided that it would be really, really great to tell all the media and all of my fans exactly what time I was arriving at the airport. And I had just come on this long trip. I was so tired.
No
I
makeup,
looked like
sure.
shit. I was almost wearing like pajamas. And I get out and there's literally like 200 people. It was a complete nightmare. I was horrified. And I was pushing a trolley with like 5 suitcases. And the person next to me wasn't some kind of cool looking bodyguard or some good looking person. No, well, actually that sounds really rude, but it wasn't someone hip or like a team member or something. It was my mom. So I was walking out with my mom and 7 suitcases, looking like shit. Like my face had just hit a frying pan, and there's like 200 people, and about 20 of them
waving and saying, Mika!
yeah, like holding flowers and banners, and there's like TV cameras, and I was so horrified that I just started to laugh. It's just like, God, this is so ridiculous. It's
You
like
laugh
being in
because
some-
you're
It
horrified.
was like being in some Woody Allen movie. I was like, you might as well find it funny, otherwise you're just gonna cry. Scariest thing,
Yeah.
no. Scary is, oh, how'd you say scary?
最驚嚇，驚嚇，
最
驚
最
最
最驚
驚嚇。
最驚嚇
Yeah.
Scariest. Probably, I take a lot of airplanes and
Traveling.
some pretty crazy turbulence. And when you're just being shook around like a bean in a can, like it's kind of scary because you just sit there thinking, God, if I'm gonna go, I don't want to go like on tour in some aluminium tube in the sky. So I get a bit scared on airplanes.
That is even more scarier than your first life or any other
Oh,
thing.
no, yeah, my first live wasn't very scary. I mean, my first live was when I was 11 years old, but my first live with my own music wasn't scary at all because there was only 2 people in the audience.
I see. So,
Most touching.
最感動，
最感動，最感動，感動。
感動。
Hardest thing about Chinese, whether it's Cantonese or Mandarin,
Yeah.
is the accents. That's so hard.
Yeah.
Isn't
We
there like
got
ma
9
ma
tones.
ma ma ma
Ma,
ma?
ma.
Isn't there
Ma,
something
ma,
about a
ma.
horse?
No, yeah. Ma is mother.
Yeah.
Ma is the horse.
Ma ma ma
Ma.
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 So you could be calling your grandmother a horse.
No,
By
no,
ac-
no,
Well,
we're
I
not gonna do
could
that.
because I'm rubbish. I don't know. So many things. I tell you what, apart from the amazing things that I've kind of encountered with my fans, there was this one experience where it just shows you should never judge too quickly. I was on stage in London recently at the Adelphi, which is a really legendary West End theatre. And I sing songs in French, I've done a little bit in Italian. I'm a weird mix from all these different places, but they're part of my life. And I come from different places. And 5 songs in, I decided that I was going to sing a song in French. And there was this fan in the front who started like insulting me for singing in French in London. And how inappropriate it was. And I was really upset. It was really upsetting. I hated it because it was intolerant. It wasn't tolerant, it was mean and it was judgmental.
Yeah.
And I hated it. But I kept on going with the show, but I still was really kind of like, I talked a lot less to the audience. And in the last song, all the fan club had created a surprise and there were a few hundred of them all over the audience. And like 300 of them all stood up, each holding a flag from where they were from.
Oh.
And you had flags from Turkey, from the UK, from France, from Canada, from Lebanon, from China, from everywhere. I mean, literally, just like flags everywhere. And it was almost the antithesis, the opposite of the statement that was made by that fan at the beginning of the show. And I just stood there and I was just like, okay, they're like me. My fans are like me. My fans are also a good representation of who I am. And it was such a touching and amazing reminder to see that with my own eyes.
回顧之後就到展望，鬼才不愧為鬼才啊！佢嘅未來目標都零舍特別過人嘅。
I really, I want to keep on doing things that scare me. And I have a desire to scare myself. Because in scaring yourself, you stay kind of awake. You stay you keep your spirit, and I think that's the most important thing. So I never look back. I respect what I've done, but I'm not remotely obsessed or overly proud about any of it, because I think that what happens in the future is far more interesting.
So it's my pleasure to talk with you.
It was a
today
pleasure.
Here in
And
Hong
thank
Kong.
you for the Chinese lesson.
You can keep it.
Thank you so much.
Okay. And we look forward to your more scary thing
Yeah,
in the future.
to my scary choices.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you.